Hello, team.
Hello, sir.
It's my pleasure to introduce Officer Jose Lopez from the Milwaukee Police Department, and just an honor and a pleasure to get to fly with you today. The military is a form of service, but there's lots of other ways to serve your community and your country and where you live. And one of those ways is by being a police officer. A police officer serves, firemen, paramedics serve, educators serve, people in the clergy serve. There's lots of ways to serve, and now one of the programs that we have started to reach out to other forms of service and honor those who serve is our Hometown Hero program, and that's why we got to fly with you today, and just a blast. Had a chance to show off the mighty F-16 and what it can do to you today. For those of you on the team who don't know this, Officer Lopez was in the investigative unit, the intelligence unit, doing counter gang work here in Milwaukee in how long ago? In 2007. Came around the corner, was ambushed by a gang along with his partners in the patrol vehicle, and took a round through the shoulder while kind of involved in that situation there. And just I can't even imagine walking into that situation on a daily basis. Having flown in combat, I know when I'm crossing the line going into a combat situation. For you guys, it's kind of an everyday threat that you deal with, that you live with, and you put on the uniform. And we just have an incredible amount of respect for what you and the rest of the police officers here in the city do on a daily basis to keep your streets safe. And my hat's off to you.
Thank you.
Had a chance to show off the F-16 to Officer Lopez today to Jose. Did a max climb straight up to 14,000 feet right off the departure end. Went up to the military operating airspace, kind of just out to the west of Oshkosh. We got to go out there and do a barrel roll. Got to do a loop. We did some inverted flight. We did the inverted to inverted roll. We did an 8-point hesitation roll. We did 4 aileron rolls as fast as we can do them. And then center told us we had to climb up high. So on our first pull, we only got 8.5 Gs. On the second pull, we got 8.6 Gs. And then on the way home, we got to a little bit lower altitude where the jet performs better, the motor works better, the wings work better, there's more air. And we topped off the day with a 9.2 G pull.
Yeah.
And then we also got a chance to switch up the scenario, pretend like we were a gray F-16 over Afghanistan, and we built ourselves a little scenario on the ground. And unfortunately, the weather got in the way a little bit, but we got to talk about close air support and what F-16s just like this one are doing every day in Iraq and Afghanistan, working with our ground forces there to keep them safe, just like you guys are trying to keep people here safe in Milwaukee. But we got a couple things for you.
Let's be going back up just a little bit for me and get some photos.
The first, a certificate of flight to give you bragging rights in the police department with 9.2 Gs. Just saying, we photographed. Christy, we get a photograph. Awesome. Everybody I fly with gets a certificate, but you got to earn this, and that is the 9G pin. And we hope you'll take this with you. It's the Roman numeral 9 with the silhouette of the F-16. And not every fighter aircraft can pull 9Gs, and very few people have had the opportunity to experience 9 times the force of gravity pushing down on your body. And sorry for putting you through the ringer and making you do 3 pulls to get the 9Gs, but you did awesome.
Thank you.
Chief, are you worried about that uniform? Sure. The chief on the spot.
I was going to say.
The chief on the
I have a
spot.
committee. We'll look into it.
Awesome. And then this is the Delta Formation, the 6th ship flying over the Alaska Range. We were up there for an air show last year and flying around Mount McKinley, which is the highest spot in North America. Got a chance to take this photograph, and we hope you'll hang it there in the department and use it as a way to brag about your day with the Air Force.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, well done.
Jose, you have the floor.
Oh. Don't have all my bearings yet. I'm a little dizzy still, but that was an awesome opportunity, and I'd like to thank the Thunderbirds, the chief, the police department, everybody who was able to make this happen for me. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you, everybody. It was awesome. Thank you very much.
Trucks and stuff like that. Or no A10. I can't go pretty good about, you know, lightly armored attacks, targets on the ground. That makes us multi-role. So there are some jets that only shoot down other airplanes. There are some aircraft that only drop bombs, and we do both. So that radar display, you know, it's being fed from our radar, and a bunch of other information up there. But so I might point out some stuff. That's just kind of check out the options system. I'll tell you. Now the Air Force's way of asking you not to touch a switch is no. When we get to the top, I'm just going to roll over on our back like that, level out for a second. So Milwaukee will be out up the top, and then we'll flop upright, and we'll get base, which is just to the west of Oshkosh, and there's Madison to kind of give you an idea of where we're going. So it is 30 miles. Is that tick right there? There's 60. So it's about 90 miles away. It'll take us maybe 10-15 minutes to drive out there. So we'll definitely be speedy, which is why I hate driving. We'll be doing about 350 knots across the ground at about 15,000 feet. As we go through the maneuvers, just kind of enjoy watching the world, you know, out the top of the airplane instead of where it's supposed to be, which is out, you know, out the bottom. So just kind of sit up away from the seat a little bit and enjoy it. Okay. And then tell me if you like what I'm doing or if you don't like what I'm doing. If you like flying upside down, dude, we'll fly upside down for an hour. If you go, I don't ever want to do that again, then just tell me and we'll do something else. We'll do a clover loop, which is like a loop, except when we get to this part right here, we'll stop going straight down. I'll turn, and then we'll exit out stage left. And then I'll tell you to find your lap belt, and I'll have you cinch it down as tight as you can, because we're about to fly upside down. And when I flop upside down, we do the inverted pass like this. I now have to push negative G, which is a G-force that's going to try to take you out of your seat. And the canopy's not going to let you out or anything, but you know, it's uncomfortable to be that far off of your seat. No matter how tight you think you have your lap belt, you're going to end up hovering about that high off your seat, and your hands are going to come up and your feet are going to come up off the floor. It's just kind of a cool feeling. I guarantee you'll laugh or something. Everybody it's just kind of cool to be upside down with the world at the top, and that's everybody's favorite pass generally. So we'll fly upside down for a little while. Then we'll do the inverted to inverted roll. Now we'll be a mile above the ground because I'm not allowed to do aerobatics with you at low altitude. But the solos will be doing this 150 feet over the water. So we'll come in inverted, we'll roll back to inverted at our show center point, and we'll exit out upside down. We'll do an 8-point hesitation roll. I'll bring the nose up, and we'll stop at each of the 45-degree increments all the way around. We'll do 4 rolls as fast as we can do them. It'll take us just over 5 seconds to go all the way around 4 times. We'll do my favorite maneuver. We'll get down to the bottom of the airspace, get going about 600 miles an hour. I'll stand the airplane up on its tail, and we'll do rolls all the way up. And there's a camera looking right at you. And this one looks great in the camera because you'll see the tail and the wings of the airplane, and you'll see the world kind of behind you just spinning around with our smoke trail making this cool corkscrew. When we get to the top of that, we'll recover kind of upside down and start our descent back down. And then I'll say, hey, Jose, you ready for 9 Gs? Okay. Hopefully I'll get an enthusiastic response from the back seat. And then I'll coach you through what we're going to do. And I want you to take that deep breath and hold it. Okay. Every 3 seconds, you get a little bit of air in and a little bit of air out. What the jet's going to do is I'm going to light the afterburner. I'm going to over-rotate to about 135 degrees of bank. I'm going to pull straight to 9 Gs. Okay. Assistant crew chief, and this is Matt Inman.
How you doing?
Our dedicated crew chief.
How you doing? Good.
Matt, Jose. As you can tell, they share the number 8. Actually, I share the number 8 with them. This is their jet. They let me borrow it.
For about an hour.
Obviously identified by the what we call the meatball on their chest with the 8 loads. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's walk out. We'll take a picture, and then I'll turn you over to Mikey P to get you dressed up.
All right. Get up on top. You just kind of do as your way in. Just grab that handle. You can step right on the seat. Just kind of swing in 1 foot at a time. Okay. And then we'll get you up. All right. Ready, sir? Pause right there on your step.
2 more steps. There you go.
There you go. Done.
put everything we need to fight on this stick and throttle. So this is an easy airplane to fly. Our students fly it by themselves on less than 8th ride. It takes us another 45 rides to teach them how to use it as a weapon.
I would say
Come by this water, 8.
I'll tell them airborne
Okay.
if he needs it. All right.
You gotta stay with us. Okay?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Okay,
all my feet belong on the ground.
well done.
I'll
Well
leave it to
done.
those guys.
No, that's